Ezekiel Elliot is getting ready to be suspended. Yes, Ezekiel Elliott is going to be in trouble for the domestic violence case against him just last year. So apparently his girlfriend at Ohio State, he allegedly beat her. And there's really conflicting reports with 4 eyewitnesses. And when it comes to eyewitness testimony, it's the faultiest way to get someone in trouble, but it's also the easiest way to get someone in trouble. And right now in society, with what happened with Ray Rice and all that, the NFL is going to be pretty strict about it. Now, it's not going to be your 6-game suspension, which is usually what happens for assault or any type of assault. And when it comes to this, it looks like it's going to be 4 or 2 games. Now, obviously, there's no video evidence when it came to Ray Rice. And the NFL, I'm looking that they're probably going to give him a 4-game suspension, more likely than 2-game, because people were very mad with the Ray Rice suspension being only 2 games. So I think I'm expecting Ezekiel Elliott to be suspended for 4. Now, when I look at this, when it comes to domestic assault and violence in the NFL, it happens a lot, unfortunately. And when I look at this, they're not really going to be, they shouldn't really be soft on it. And when I look at it, I'm not even sure Ezekiel Elliott did do it. Obviously, I was not even there. But I look at it, and they're going to be very, very sensitive with it just because the idea about rape on college campuses and women's rights and whatnot, that their NFL is going to take a lot of precautions to make sure that Ezekiel Elliott doesn't get in underwhelming punishment. So when I look at this, what does this mean for the Dallas Cowboys? Well, Ezekiel Elliott, in my opinion, is their most important offensive weapon on the football field, because it's a running team. They love to run the freaking football. And some people are saying that this could hurt fantasy value because he could just be easily suspended for the first 4 games in the year. Now, when I also look at this, this could be a big moment for Dak Prescott, because if you look at it, if Dak Prescott doesn't have Ezekiel Elliott to run the ball, let's see how he does being the centerpiece of the offense. I'm pretty sure they're going to make him more of a centerpiece. I know Alfred Morris, I know Darren McFadden, 1,000-yard rushers, legit starting NFL running backs, but you need to be elite running back for the Dallas Cowboys. So when I look at this, I want to see what Dak does, because Dak is not facing any easy teams. He's facing the Giants and he's facing the Broncos in the first 4 weeks. Those are 2 opponents in the first 4 weeks. And obviously the Giants beat them twice last year. Then the Broncos absolutely stacked defense. So I really want to see how well they do. Mostly Dak Prescott, just to see maybe he can put some weight on him. This could be a real big test for Dak Prescott. Now, could this hurt the Cowboys for running in the playoffs? Yeah, they lost 2 offensive linemen on the right side. They lost Doug Free. They lost Donald Leary. I want to see how well their blocking does. And let's just see how well. Also, this could be a big important whether Ezekiel Elliott is a system-based player, whether Ezekiel Elliott is just relying on the great run blocking of the Dallas Cowboys. And I bet that Alfred Morris and Darren McFadden would both be easily 1,000-yard rushers. I just want to see how well their numbers will be. If Alfred Morris goes on pace to run for 400 yards in the first 4 weeks of the year with Ezekiel Elliott being suspended, then you could definitely question whether Ezekiel Elliott is a system-based player. But also, when I look at it, if he runs for 100 yards against the Broncos, and the Broncos, the strength of their team is not the run stuff at all. So if he gets like over 100 yards against that, I don't really care. But if he gets if he's averaging for like 1,600 yards for the season, and if he runs well over the Giants, yeah, that could show a lot of something right there. And maybe Ezekiel is a system-based player. I doubt it. I feel like this would put more pressure on Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott, he's a good quarterback. And it's not as if I hate the Cowboys. I admit, he is a good quarterback. Also, I did like Romo. There's a lot of times where I felt I ended up having to root for the guy. And I also said Tony Romo was an overrated player. And obviously, if you don't agree that I think that Tony Romo was overrated, trust me. Just the fact that they thought that he was going to go into the Hall of Fame, that there's a real argument for him being a Hall of Fame, is absolutely ridiculous. He was a pretty good quarterback. If he gets in the Hall of Fame, then you might as well let in freaking Sean Alexander in the Hall of Fame by this point, because it's just absolutely ridiculous just to allow him in there. But overall, when I look at this, Ezekiel Elliott, this would definitely affect the Cowboys, and it's a real more test for Dak Prescott, and also could show whether Ezekiel Elliott is a system-based player or he relies too much on the offensive run blocking of the Dallas Cowboys. Could really hurt his ranking on next year's top 100. So yeah, it's like stuff you really never know about. But this is going to be very interesting if it does happen. It will also hurt fantasy value if that matters to you. But overall, when I look at Dak Prescott, I think he should do okay without him. He might not do great. He might throw a couple more interceptions than he did last year. But when I think of this, I think that this is just going to be a real big test to see. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. Also, if you want to see videos of the yesterday, or you want to see videos on similar topics, or if you want to see the articles I get this from, they're all in the freaking description. Just look right there. Have a nice day, guys.